Hello everyone, welcome back to the next of our Transformers reviews, and today we have Legacy Point Blank and Peacemaker. I forgot his name for a second, and I'm terribly sorry for the bad lighting. I'll try to get him into a better position really quick. There we go. Alright, sure, we're filming here. I suppose we are filming here now. Anyway, so, first impressions, move Peacemaker off to the side for now. And he is definitely not the best thing to come out of Legacy, but he is not the worst. I know because this is one of the two figures that I picked up from Walmart, and I noticed every shelf had at least 3 Skullgrins on it, so I think that says something about how good Skullgrin is. What is on my hand? Alright. But first impressions, he has quite limited articulation, which we'll go over later, and he doesn't look the best. Here's hoping, though, because I saw a picture that I'll put up at the end of the review, as I usually do with most pictures. I will show you, somebody made a concept of this retooled into Armada Blur, and I think that could work, and this was a incinerator, but like I said, we'll get to Peacemaker later. But yeah, starting off with comparisons. No, we're not. Starting off with packaging. I didn't get the packaging out for this. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. We have a nice artwork of Point Blank and Peacemaker in their alt modes, I suppose. Move you out of the way. You got Transformers Legacy. You've got this really nice looking art of Point Blank and Peacemaker. He has him in his hand there. And then on the back, you have Peacemaker, Point Blank, Peacemaker, Point Blank, Peacemaker. Standard stuff. You can scan that if you want. I don't care. On the bottom, nothing. On this side, Legacy artwork. Are we getting a Legacy Hot Rod? Is that something I didn't know about? Because that's interesting if we are. I don't monitor the leaks but as good as most people seem to monitor them. So I don't know. That's why my Rise of the Beast review was so bad, because I didn't know about any of the leaks. So I thought Scourge was Dinobot for some reason. But getting into the details, he's got nice details, I suppose. Like, I like the way that the legs look, but the legs do not feel good. There's something about them that just doesn't feel good. And, yeah, just nice detail. His head looks great. That just looks great. I like the little fin that he has on his head. And yeah, he does have the Attack on Titan reference in the back of his head, which is a joke that everyone probably hates, and I might stop doing it. And yeah, then he does have if you can even call this a backpack, he does have a thing hanging off of his back. And yeah, now I guess we'll talk about Peacemaker for a little bit. So Peacemaker, he is just one piece. I mean, I feel like it would have been cheaper to just reuse an old one, because that's all he does. Where did the Fire Blast go? Oh, here it is. He is Fire Blast compatible. If I can get my... Whoa, my hands just broke. There we go. He's Fire Blast compatible. Then you can, of course, plop him down to what's his name? Point Blank's fist. There you go. He cannot really hold him well because his arms are super limited. But yeah, he is Blast Effect compatible and holdable. And he also has a storage option if you just... What is wrong with my hands? They're super stiff. Fold up the barrel. Bring up this little weird tail fin section here. Plug him in there. Then it just says to leave the tail fin on top of him. And there you have a storage-ish sort of storage for him. We can remove him, and we're going to do some comparisons with other figures. Then we'll get into articulation and transformation. Starting off with, I suppose, target master size. You have him. Anyway, for you can see this over here. Let me move that. For Legends scale, we have the usual Legends class figure, Chop Chop. For Deluxe class scale, we have teaser for my next review. Okay, this isn't correct. He's not Voyager. Is he a Voyager? Hold on. Oh, it calls him a Deluxe. I guess this guy's just really small. But yeah, he's taller than an average Deluxe, I suppose. Then, of course, for Voyager scale, our boy Tarn. Yeah, see, he's definitely not Voyager. He's just a big Deluxe. Move Tarn off to the side, and, of course, we'll get a picture of him with the Combiner Shelf. Ignore this. A picture of him with the Combiner Shelf, just so you can get a sense of scale with the Combiners. And, of course, Dr. Wu Prime, just because I like having him there. Anyway, now we'll get into articulation. We'll talk about Peacemaker's articulation. He has an ab crunch. That is it. Moving on. Point blank. His legs are pretty good. He has a full knee bend because transformation. He can do. His legs can go back that far, or if you move this piece out of the way, you can go back that far, and if you move this piece out of the way, they can go back that far. Yeah, if you move a lot of stuff out of the way, he can do back kicks. His arms are where... Oh, no, I guess we'll talk about... He's got thigh swivel. He's got thigh swivel. He's got a waist joint, which is quite good. And then his arms. Oh, boy. He has this joint to go out. He does not have a swivel. He has a below the elbow swivel, which I've never seen before. And it's kind of annoying, to be honest. It's like below the knee swivels are annoying enough, but a below the elbow swivel just annoys me. Because you can't really get him in any good poses with that. Plus, his arms are super limited by this bit here, which only allows the elbows to go forward that far. You can break his arm for transformation. There you go. Arm broken. Then this is his shoulder joint, I guess, and it can also move out here if you want for transformation. Head is on a quite stiff ball joint. And I'm gonna sit him down for this. Quite stiff ball. Whoa! Don't disconnect. Quite stiff ball joint, and yeah, I guess he can look all the way down or look. If you move this back piece out of the way, it can look up-ish. But yeah, that's about it for articulation. So, we'll go into transformation. Oh, wait, he does have a toe joint and an ankle pivot. Now, transformation. You're going to start off by pulling this back piece down and flipping his head back. Then putting the back piece where it was. Oh, wait, put the head down a little bit more. Then, you're going to, let me move this so that I can get a better angle. You're going to make sure that this is at the right angle. There you go. Then, arm transformation can be a bit annoying. You have to put them back like so. Then, you take the arms, and this is so hard to do with this camera angle. Ugh, it's so much harder now that I have this new chair. You are going to break his arms, as I said before, with that hinge. Then, bring it up, and then there's another joint right here that will swivel inward. Then this tab right there on his forearm will go into his arm. Well, I mean, it's supposed to go in, but it doesn't. Oh, there it goes. Then you do the same on his other arm. There you go. Then you're just going to bring them up and together. Oh, up and together. Next, move this piece up. Then you're going to bring these sections out and swivel them around. They're on ball joints. And then they will tab in there. tab in there. Then the legs, you're going to engage the waist swivel all the way around. Then, this is a bit of the annoying part, you're going to bring his legs all the way around using that transformation joint. Then you have to kind of squeeze his feet past this without popping it off. I just popped it off there and then put it back on. Then he's got a slot in his toe that will go into a tab on this piece here. And then that's one leg done. And this is just, like, see, look, boom, just popped off. These pieces really don't like to stay on their ball joints. Yeah, there we go. Once again, it popped off and I had to put it back on. And there we go. There is Point Blank in his vehicle mode, and it is, it's a nice looking Cybertronian race car, I guess. I do sort of like the vehicle. I like the vehicle mode a little, maybe the same amount as I like the robot mode. I don't love the robot mode, but you know what I mean. It's okay. Let me get this down here so we can get a better look at it. I can actually see my camera now. He doesn't roll all that well because of the waist piece there, especially on the back parts. So yeah, he doesn't roll too well, but you can take Peacemaker and transform him. Then you can take these, take these tabs here, and plug him into them. Plug him into them. Because he's got these tabs on the back of his arms. What is going on here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Then that leaves us with this. Oh my gosh, this waist piece does get annoying, apparently, because now it's just completely hindering his movement. Because it's making me able to spin him on it like a top, which is not good. But yeah, you can do this. You can put a fire blast on it, but it won't work very well because the gun barrel is kind of just pointing at Point Blank's hood, sort of. There you go. That's that. You can't have it shooting straight. Yeah, I suppose that will be about it for the review of Legacy Point Blank. Final thoughts. Let's get him back into robot mode while I'm giving my final thoughts, I guess. He is not the best Legacy release, as I already said. He is not the worst, because the worst would probably be Skullgrin. But I can't say that I regret buying him, because he wasn't really expensive. He was just average deluxe price, $25. But yeah, I do sort of, to an extent, wish that I had got Wild Rider instead, because that was my other option, was this guy or Wild Rider. And I do sort of wish, like I said, I do sort of wish that I got Wild Rider instead, but I do not regret buying him. He is an okay figure. Well, he's not the best. He is okay. My voice just broke again. He's okay. And he does come with a Target Master, so that makes him a little bit more okay. And there we go. Target Master. And as I said before, I would love to see this guy retooled into Armada Blur. If they, like, maybe fix some of the stuff. Like, his head is pretty stiff, and it's kind of annoying to articulate. And I don't know. Maybe it's the color. There's just something off about him. It's probably the elbows. Maybe if they found a new way to do the elbows, like maybe made this joint here for the back elbow, like the breaking his arm thing. If they made that able to go forward, it might make him a little bit better. If he had a lower elbow and a forearm swivel would be great. Or not forearm, but a bicep swivel would be great, and he would really benefit from that. And I hope they do that. I can totally see this being just a one-off mold, though, seeing as how a lot of people really didn't seem to like it. But, yeah, I suppose that's it. The next review will probably be coming out around the same time as this one does. And you already saw the teaser for it. So, yeah, I will see you in the next one. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. I especially appreciate when you comment, as it shows me you cared enough to comment on the video. And until the next one, goodbye. Apparently I had his legs mistransformed. They're supposed to be like this. And if they're like this, he actually basically, like, I had them up too high. They're supposed to tab in somewhere. And yeah, he rolls. He does roll pretty well, and he doesn't spin on that weird axis.